So often a question that I get is, why does Knuckles walk like that, and why are Knuckles' paws like this? So I'd love to answer this for you. So Knuckles was born with a birth defect known as clubbed feet, which has defects in both his wrists, his paws, and in his forearms. This causes him to not walk properly on his front paws. As you can see, he leans them over to the side instead of walking on the bottoms, and this is why he walks funny and why his paws look like that. With that being said, it does affect how he walks, and he's obviously getting a lot heavier the more he grows, so it does affect how he was walking when he was a baby versus now, since he's a little bit heavier. But if you watch, he can effectively walk straight, it just walks a little bit differently, and because he's so proficient in using his back legs, he actually stands up a lot of the time like this to help him get and reach what he needs. This also can be funny because the other guinea pigs aren't quite sure what to make of it, because most guinea pigs don't act like that. Even though he has this birth defect, we did try to correct this at 1 day old. Even he was 30 hours when he got his first set of casts, and we did it for about a week, and we realized that he would rather not use his front paws at all instead of go ahead and doing that. If you actually look, the part of the reason it wasn't successful is that on both of his front paws, he's actually missing an entire toe and some of his wrist bones. So even though we were correctively straightening his arms to be able to walk on them on the bottoms, he physically is unable to do that because of the bone structure in his front arms. Even though the casts weren't entirely successful, it did help straighten some of his forearms out, which does allow him to have a little bit more leeway with his mobility. But as we said before, as he gains weight, it's just putting more weight on his arms, so he has to figure out how to make them work. And the way that he does actually move around is kind of like he uses his arms as crutches. And he's also very proficient at jumping and climbing on top of stuff, and while he doesn't have good grip on his front paws, he will usually throw his front body over whatever it is he's trying to get into and then jump with his back legs. So we jokingly say he's got thunder thighs because he's got monstrous muscles back there that make up for the fact that he's not an able-bodied walker, but that's perfectly fine and we love him all the same.